This is Dexter's car. It's not just 4 flat tires, a tired transmission, and a rusty rear end. To Dexter, it is more than that. To Dexter, it's a real gone gear, the acme of mechanical perfection. Dexter loves that car.
Now you get behind the wheel and turn it from one side to the other, will you? Okay, turn it to the right. All right, now turn to the left. Now to the right. Left. Right. Left. Right. There. Now, how does it steer?
Much easier. Here. Right.
Miss Hibbs?
Yes, Mr. Archer?
I'm waiting. Will you please come in?
I am in, Mr. Archer.
Sorry, it's one of those days. I don't know where to begin. There's that letter to Benson to write, and the brief on the Hawkins case, the hearing on the Hill Street property, and that deposition with McClellan, Harper, Sanderson, and Codd. Oh, and I have a 12:30 appointment with Judge Peters. No matter what happens, remind me. I don't want to be late. You know how he is.
I'll remind you, Mr. Archer, it's not Codd.
What?
It's McClellan, Harper, Sanderson, and Trout.
Oh, well, I knew it was something fishy. Get on with it. The letter to Benson. Dear Mr. Benson, according to the... Hello. Oh, hello, Dexter.
And Mr. Archer, I was going out to 50th Street, all the way on the other side of town, and I was wondering if I could do any errands for you.
Thank you, Dexter, but no.
Really, Mr. Archer, it wouldn't be any sacrifice on my part, because as I said, I have to go out to 50th Street anyway, and I'd be delighted to do anything you wanted me to do.
Dexter, I'm busy. Very, very busy.
You're sure I can't do anything? You're positive, Mr. Archer? You're sure you're positive? Well, do you mind if I use it?
Use what?
Your car, Mr. Archer.
No, Dexter. I'm sorry. No. Goodbye. Where were we?
According to the...
According to the what?
That's as far as we got. According to...
Oh. According to the instructions contained in the...
Hello, Harry. I hope I'm not interrupting anything, dear.
No, Janet, I have all the time in the world.
Well, the most embarrassing thing just happened to me. I was in a store buying something when I...
Hello? Dexter, listen. No. 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 No, you were saying, Janet?
What did Dexter want?
My car.
Oh, dear, that again.
What happened in the store?
What store? Oh, well, I bought some pot holders, and when I started to pay for them, I realized that...
I said no, I meant no, I don't want to talk about it. Now, please, don't call me anymore. I'm terribly sorry, Judge Peters. I thought it was someone else. Well, certainly, I'll take care of it right away, and I'll be there 12:30 promptly. Right? It's been this way all day.
Well, then I won't bother you, dear. Just give me $20.
What for?
To pay for the pot holders.
$20 for pot holders? How many pots are you planning to hold?
You don't understand. The pot holders only cost 69 cents, and I left home without any money.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. Now, if the pot holders cost 69 cents, why do you need $20?
It's all very simple. Daddy, it's terribly important.
How'd you get here so fast?
Oh, we were just downstairs, Mr. Archer. We didn't want to interrupt your work.
Corliss, no. Dexter, no. The answer is no.
Don't you want to think it over?
No.
Oh, Daddy, it's a matter of life and death. You can't say no.
No. Well, there you see, I've said it.
What do you need the car for?
To borrow a car.
You want to borrow my car to borrow a car? Is that right, Dexter?
Yes, sir.
We need it to go out to 50th Street.
That's where Jim Pearson lives.
And he owns the car.
But I have to have your car to borrow.
Please go away.
Somebody please tell me what this is all about. Well, Dexter wants to borrow Jim Pearson's car to take me to the dance tonight. And we want to borrow Daddy's car to go over and ask him.
Well, I should think that a telephone call would simplify everything.
Oh, no, Mr. Archer. You see, it's the personal approach that counts. I mean, when I called you to ask you if I could borrow your car, you said no, and that's exactly what Jim Pearson would say if I called him. No, it's much harder for a person to refuse when somebody is asking them face to face.
Excuse me, dear. Face to face. No.
Mom, please make Daddy understand. Dexter's differential fella.
Looks perfectly all right to me.
We were just driving along, and all of a sudden, bang! There it was in the middle of the street. And I don't have the money to fix it.
Please, Daddy. Mr. Franklin's using his car, and yours is the only one we can get to get Jim Pearson's car. Maybe you better, Harry.
All right. It's parked around the corner in front of the drugstore.
Oh, golly, Daddy, you're wonderful. You're so understanding.
Now, wait a minute. You've got to be back by 12 o'clock. Not a minute later. I have an important engagement with Judge Peters.
Oh, don't worry, Mr. Archer. We got plenty of time. It's only 10 now. I'll leave the key under the seat.
No, Corliss can give it to me tonight. I have an extra.
Thanks, Daddy. You're so generous, so considerate, and so predictable.
Now, Janet, answer me just one question. If you borrow the car for 69 cents, why do you need $20 for potholders? I mean, if you borrow the car, if you need 65 cents to... Here's the 20.
Thank you, dear. And just to clarify matters, the $20 is for groceries. You will be careful, won't you, Dex? You know how much Daddy thinks of this car. If it should get scratched or anything, oh, it would be like wounding him.
Oh, don't worry, Corliss. I'll treat it like a baby. I'll even drive on clean streets so the tires don't get dirty.
Careful now, Dexter.
Don't worry, Corliss. I'm careful, even though I am irresponsible.
For most drivers, ABC means always be careful. For Dexter, ABC means auto behave crazy.
Wasn't it wonderful of Jim lending us his car? Oh, he's so generous.
Generous? All I have to do is fix it so the top comes down.
Oh, what's so hard about that?
It's a sedan.
Gee, it must be awfully late.
No, we got plenty of time. It's only 10 o'clock.
Oh, that's swell. Oh, wasn't it 10 o'clock when you looked at your watch in Daddy's office?
You must have stopped. It stopped.
Oh, we'll have to hurry, Dex. Come on.
We're hemmed in.
How are we going to get out?
I'll try and shove them.
Oh, don't do that. You might scratch Daddy's bumpers.
Don't worry, Corliss. I got an idea.
Hurry, Dexter, please.
Once more ought to do it.
Hurry, Dexter, hurry.
Hey, come back here with my jacket. It's got my lunch in the pocket. Oh, no.
It's 12 o'clock, Mr. Archer.
Thank you. If you could possibly arrange to come to my office within the next few days to discuss the matter.
But you have an appointment with Judge Peters.
Thank you. I'm sure that we could arrive at a much better understanding. The judge! Why didn't you tell me?
I did tell you.
Oh, just my luck. The kids will probably be late, and then the judge will never speak to me again.
Pardon me, but is this your car, sir?
Yes, officer. I hope it hasn't been parked overtime.
No, I wouldn't say that. It's just parked in the wrong place.
What?
It probably escaped your attention, but there's a hydrant in front of you. May I see your driver's license, please?
Certainly.
You may not believe it, Mr. Archer, but I loathe giving tickets. It's so much nicer if people would obey the law.
I'm terribly sorry, officer. I'm in a hurry.
Patience is a virtue, Mr. Archer. Well, now, let's see. Section number 604. You see, that's the violation number. Parking in front of a hydrant. And section number 206.
206?
Reckless driving. You backed out into traffic this morning without due consideration of southbound vehicles.
Me? I was just getting in the car.
Now, Mr. Archer. It's not sportsmanlike to fib. Stand right here, please. Here we are. And thank you for your cooperation.
Hey, Corliss.
What?
Well, look, I need some help. If you'll just hold that jack, I can jack it up. Okay? Yeah. Got under the axle?
Uh-huh.
Okay, hold it.
Go ahead.
And now, back to Meet Corliss Archer.
You're a lucky man. You're a lucky man that you got me. I'm the best locksmith in town. Been in business 4 years.
Well, if you don't mind, could you rush it? I have an appointment.
Oh, it won't take just a jiffy. I'll take the lock out so you can ease up the tumblers. You know, the funny thing about tumblers, they won't tumble. Wonder how they got the name.
I wouldn't know.
It's kind of complicated under here. Confusing. Say, where is the lock?
You're right under it.
Oh, yeah, so it is. Hey, let's get my glasses here. Huh. Funny looking thing, ain't it? There we are. This lock is bigger than I thought it was.
That's not the lock, that's the speedometer.
Oh, yeah, so it is. Say, Will this car do 110?
I never tried.
Now, I'll put this thing back.
No, I don't need it. I don't want the speedometer. All I want is for the lock to work. I have an appointment.
You're the boss. Say, oh, look at here now. This is one of that kind that comes out the front. Well, it ain't gonna take any time at all.
I'm sure you know what you're doing.
Hell, I never had this much trouble getting these locked out. Putting them back is what's bothersome.
Some locksmith. He shouldn't try to open locks. He probably has a tough time every morning trying to figure out how to open his eyes.
Holy cow, we're out of gas. I don't understand it, Corliss. How could your father do this to us?
I think I saw a service station a couple of miles that way. Come on, Dex. What else could happen to it?
Nothing, I guess, except maybe it was that way. Well, all right, here goes.
Sorry about that windshield. Hammer kind of slipped.
Yeah. Well, how much do I owe you?
Well, consider the damage and all, make it light. Just $5. Thank you. Here's my card. Call me anytime. I'm the best locksmith in town.
Hey, wait a minute. Get out of there.
My dear friend, I'm trying to get out of here. I've been trying for the last hour.
In my car?
Your car?
Look, you better beat it before I call the police.
You better stop threatening me before I call the police.
My windshield. My dashboard. My gasoline tank. Broken. Wrecked.
I don't know what your game is, but I wish you'd play it somewhere else. I have an appointment.
Get out of my car.
Fellows having a difference of opinion?
Officer, arrest this man.
You better get a straitjacket for this maniac.
Look what he did. Practically wrecked it.
Officer, I can explain. My key didn't work, so I brought in a locksmith, and he had a few little accidents.
Accident. Officer, this man is the nerviest crook of the century. Bringing in a locksmith in broad daylight.
I have a perfect right to bring in a locksmith when the lock in my car won't work.
That is not your car.
Fellows, I think we better take a little walk to the station and have a talk with the lieutenant.
Oh, Harry, I'm so glad you didn't leave yet. I ran out of money again.
Janet, officer, this is my wife. Janet, tell him who owns that car.
What car?
Watch it, officer. They're working together.
How would you let me handle this? There seems to be some confusion regarding the ownership of this car.
That car?
Janet, tell them whose car it is. Officer, if my wife verifies this, that ought to be proof enough for you.
Not for me. I'll take it to the Supreme Court.
It's amazing. I wouldn't have believed it.
Believed what?
It looks like our car. It's the same make and everything. But it's not.
Not what?
It's not our car, dear.
Janet!
Well, there's a little wriggly line in the upholstery of our car.
I told you it was my car.
Well, you ought to be glad it isn't ours, Harry. That windshield and the dashboard, well, it cost a fortune to fix.
Officer, I'll prefer the Charger.
I think we better talk to the lieutenant.
Harry, where are you going? You have an appointment with Judge Peters.
Tell Judge Peters that I'll see him tomorrow, when he sentences me.
It was 3 miles.
You know, Dexter, we can't possibly tell Daddy we ran out of gasoline. That excuse is just as obvious as the flat tire.
Well, there's only one thing he's going to believe then. We'll have to wreck the car.
Dexter,
You know, if your father doesn't take care of his tires or put gasoline in the tank, well, he shouldn't impose it on us.
Dexter, the gasoline.
What about it?
You forgot to take the cap off the gasoline tank. It's only 3 miles.
Yeah, but there's only one thing I don't understand.
What?
How come it's uphill both ways?
Poor Dexter must have been born under an unlucky star. If he inherited $1 million, the next day Congress would pass a law against money.
Oh, this Hibbs!
Where's Daddy?
We got the car.
He's not here. He left over an hour ago.
Dexter, this is catastrophic.
That means awful. It's catastrophic.
Well, I think you'll find him at the club with the judge.
We'll deliver the car to him there. Come on. Oh, the windshield. And the dashboard wrecked. Oh, how are we going to explain this to Daddy?
Well, we'll just tell him the truth, that somebody did it trying to steal the car.
In broad daylight. He'll never believe us. It even sounds like a lie.
Well, don't you give it another thought, Harry.
It must have been a terrible inconvenience to you.
Oh, well, everybody makes mistakes now and then.
Well, you've been a real sport about this. I sure appreciate it.
Well, it's kind of an unusual way to make a friend, but despite everything that happened, I'm certainly glad I met you.
Now, don't forget, I want to pay all the damages.
Well, there's only one thing to do. Run the car over a cliff. Sympathy. I'll be in it.
Just see that the car gets to Patterson Brothers and tell them to send me the bill.
Oh, well... They're stealing my car! Would you mind telling me what's so funny?
Well, Corliss is our daughter and Dexter's her boyfriend.
Why, you beast, you. Getting your kids to steal cars for you.
Oh, now, you don't understand.
Help! Police! Police, help!
Janet! Do something, will you? I can't get out.
I called the locksmith here. He should be here any minute. Here he is, Harry. Corliss just let him in.
Oh, thank goodness.
Howdy, Mrs. Archer. Having a little trouble? Well, don't worry. If I do say so myself, I'm the best locksmith in town.
Oh, no. No, not again. Not him.
Don't worry about a thing, Miss Archer. Have you out of there in a jiffy.
No, stop.